What's up, people? Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 88 here, and welcome to a new video. This is pretty much a review of my Mac OS Mojave setup. This is on my new MacBook Pro. I just got it yesterday. So without further ado, let's not waste time. Let's get started. This will not be a very long review since this is a very minimal setup. So let's get started here. As you can see, I got OBS, standard recording stuff as usual. So let's first here's the Launchpad. This is every application I have. Excuse me. Basically, I got the App Store, Safari, Mail, Contacts, Calendar, Reminders, Notes, Maps, Messages. I have FaceTime, the Photo Booth, the Photos, the Preview, Home, iTunes, Voice Memos, News, Stocks, Books, Dictionary, Calculator, Siri, Mission Control, System Preferences, the other setting right here. This is mainly all my system tools. Users of Mac operating systems should know what this is. I also have C Cleaner. I also have App Cleaner. I got iTerm thanks to me locating this special terminal. This allows me to do some Linuxy stuff in Mac. I have AdGuard for my Safari. Safari's the only browser I use. I have YGO Pro, which is my Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. I have Steam, I have OBS, Siphon Inject, iMovie, one of the longest running programs for Mac OS. I also have MPV, which is an open source video player. So that's pretty much Launchpad. Here's Finder. Basically, it's your standard application management system. So as you guys can see here, there's a few things already. Also right here is the hard drive. So basically I have full access to the hard drive here. So basically it's a really nice drive. Really nicely organized. Very similar to Linux. A lot of similarities to Linux. I like this system. Here is my specs. This is a mid-2012 MacBook Pro, 13-inch. Has an Intel Core i7 processor. The memory is 8 gigabytes. The graphics is an Intel HD 4000 card. Here's the display. Here's the storage. The memory, which I have 8 gigabytes of RAM. Here's the support thing, it's all the documentation, and here's the services. As for the cores and the threads, me and Ben Fitzpatrick looked over that. This computer has 2 cores and 2 threads. Also, we have the calendar application, which I have not set up yet, but it's here. So I'll just quit this. There we go. So here's everything in my dock here. All the applications I mentioned earlier. Let's go into system preferences. This is what all the system preferences look like. This is basically what you would expect. So basically in general, you can customize this to however you want. You can either go with the dark theme or the light theme. I go for dark because it helps my eyesight. Here's the desktop and server. You can change the wallpapers. Like, for example, this current wallpaper, I want to change it. So we will change it, folks, to a new wallpaper. So we'll go with this. I think this fits the dark theme pretty good. Also, here's the dock settings. You can basically change the dock size and everything. Sorry about that, folks. Had to sneeze. Okay, so basically, folks, I have a few options set here. Um, here's the mission control area. Basically, this gives me all the this allows me to customize the key bindings. So this is pretty nice. Okay, next up we have language and region, security and privacy. Now the security and privacy section is excellent. Because since I'm a privacy activist, I love this section. Because I can choose what needs to happen here. Like for example, I can pretty much there's toggle switches for if I don't want OBS or QuickTime to know my mic. There's availability, full disk access, the automation. Um, Also, there's analytics, advertising. There's also location services, which I have turned off. Nothing is tracking my location, which I don't want anybody to track my location. I got my firewall on. Here's the file vault. For general, whenever I log into the computer, whenever I bring the computer out of sleep mode, I always use a password. So next up, we have our spotlight here. So this allows me to to customize how I want spotlight. Here's the privacy section, which I put my SSD into here. This way it's a bit more private. Next up, I also have the notification settings. I can pretty much toggle these notification settings however I want. Okay. Here's the CDs and DVDs section. Okay, here's the AirPlay display option. There's night shift. There's color, which I can adjust the color, which is really nice. Okay, here's the energy saver settings that I set it to. 2 minutes for battery and 2 minutes for the power adapter. Very simple. I'm trying to conserve battery life here. Here's stuff I'm not going into. Keyboard, mouse, trackpad, printer, scanner, sound, sorry. And right down here you have the rest of your main services here. Next up, here is Safari. This is pretty much the latest version of Safari that comes with any Mac OS. Right now, I have my home page set to start page, and my search engine is DuckDuckGo. So I made Safari pretty private. Also, I'm using the AdGuard extension to get rid of those pop-ups, since Safari does not, unfortunately, have access to uBlock Origin, which is my favorite ad blocker of all time. So that's Safari. Let me just quit it. Other than that, it's a pretty bare bones setup. Pretty bare bones. If I missed any, oh, yes, I did miss something. Right up here, I forgot to talk about this section here. So we'll start from the back and work our way up. So right here is our side menu. You got all these little widgets and stuff. So there's my weather, there's the stock market, there's the calendar, there's the calculator, which I can operate in here. Very nice calculator. Here's the notification system. And that's it for that. Here's Spotlight itself. Now, say, for example, I want to search something specific. So let's search up... Okay, let's search up something very old school for all you Mac fans out there. Let's go old school, shall we? Let's search up the the Power Mac G3. So say I want to look for the Power Mac G3, and boom, it gives me an eBay option. So now it'll trigger Safari, and it'll open up eBay. And there you guys go. It brought up a whole bunch of information about the Power Mac G3. So that's that. So that's pretty much Spotlight in a nutshell. Next, I have my clock here. Here's the battery, which you really don't have anything right there. Now what we can do about this is if you want to know your battery's condition, hold down the option key, press this. Your battery condition's normal. So it's normal for now, which I like. So here is the energy saver preferences once again. Now, basically this is everything. I don't know what that's. I don't even know why that's even on. I have no idea. So let's just do that. Just had to change a setting here, folks. There we go. So right here you have your little sound. You have your sound option here, which I'm using now my Logitech headset as usual. The sound preferences are right here. So it's really nice. Really nice sound settings. You can do a lot of things with it. Very simple. Here's the Wi-Fi option. You can do a lot of things with the Wi-Fi option. So and right up here, you have an App Store button. I will not show the App Store because I don't want to waste time. Here's our lock screen button. I can log out. Here's the latest version of Finder for those who are wondering. Okay, but other than that, people, that is pretty much an overview of my laptop. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, and until next time, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 88 saying see you later!